Hello, everybody, and welcome to Controller Slot B, a slightly more chill introduction than usual. I'm here, Rat's here. What's good, Rat? What's going on?
Oh, I'm listening to the RoboCop theme song from the Game Boy Color. It's a relaxing evening, easy day going on. It's
Yeah,
nothing to worry about now.
yeah, holidays are coming, things are happening. Yeah, general stuff going on. Something snuck up on me that I didn't have on the topic list until like 10 minutes ago because it snuck up on me that hard. The Game Awards are happening. I don't want to get too deep into this topic because I want to revisit it later for like a meaty mid episode discussion, but Jesus, that snuck up on me.
Did it? Oh God, you're right. Okay, so like some of my friends were talking about the Game Awards, and I remember that was being a very exciting thing. It's being hosted virtually from Jeff Keighley.
Jeff Keighley.
That's how you pronounce that. Okay.
Keighley,
Anyway,
yeah.
I'm proud of Keeley. But the only thing that I know about the game so far, about the nominees and stuff like that, is that on almost every single one of them, every single nominee, right? As much as I'd really appreciate it not being on it, Last of Us Part Two is on every single one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a huge fan of Last of Us Part Two,
Me neither.
so like something about it just does not work with me as far as that goes, and I don't like it. But it's on every single one. Every single one gets The Last of Us Part Two, except for Games for Impact, evidently for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but all I know, right? All I know about the game right now, and the only thing that I'm really happy about, right, is that I was able to convince my friend when talking about Last of Us Part Two, right, that I refused to have him list it and actually just say Goemon's Great Adventure. So it was weird to see that Goemon's Great Adventure, which was released in 2004, was allowed to be on this year's Game of the Year. It's really odd, honestly, but
Mm-hmm. And I have a lot of quarrels with the Game Awards. And you know what? We're already here. I don't want to have to transition back into this topic later. Let's get into it. Why, on top of Last of Us 2, which I have a gripe with, even though I haven't played the game because I'm slightly biased based on the people I hang out around and their opinions of the game. And what I've seen of the game, I don't particularly enjoy. We had a whole episode about this in like episode 4. You weren't here for it, but my feelings on Last of Us 2 are lukewarm at best. But I do have a gripe with the Final Fantasy VII remake being a candidate for Game of the Year. Mainly because it's not a whole game yet. Like, it's not done yet. I don't. It just
what can you
seems.
do, right?
Yeah, it just seems odd to put an unfinished, incomplete game on the list of candidates. Seems kind of odd. Doom Eternal, I'm happy made it. I think Animal Crossing's mainly there because of recency bias, but whatever. Animal Crossing was good this year, so I don't mind. Animal Crossing's always good.
Right? Animal Crossing was good.
Mm-hmm. I'm happy to see Hades on the list,
And,
though. I'm glad that's there.
I'm glad Hades has gotten as much attention as it did.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, this doesn't look too
It's
far.
worth it.
Yeah, this doesn't look too far from my own picks for Game of the Year if I had to make a few picks, and we'll get into what our picks would be theoretically later. This looks decently close. Like, I would be 100% happy with this if Last of Us 2 were swapped out for Half-Life Alyx, because I feel like that was totally snubbed as a nominee. Should have been a nominee, was not.
That reminds me. Looking at this list, I want to put on Spiritfarer.
Mm-hmm.
So I was quickly looking it up. Spiritfarer is a building management sim that will probably make you cry.
Mm-hmm. I've heard a lot about it, and I've been meaning to get around to it. I just haven't yet.
It's on fire. I was gonna say it's on fire for some reason.
It's on fire.
Which was actually meant to be. Well, it's on sale. It's not on sale, unfortunately. But it's only $30.
Yeah, I might pick it up at some point.
You
Believe
play
it got
as
a
a
Switch port, if I'm not mistaken.
a girl and her boat, and you have a little cat. Pretty
Yes,
good.
that did get a Switch port. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Might pick it up.
It did get a Switch port. Take a look at that. And
Yeah.
it features a bunch of really cute animal people.
Yeah. That's a game recommendation for you.
It looks really good.
It looks like a great game.
You
I
have a cute
haven't touched
cat.
it. You get a cat. What else could you possibly want out of a video game?
You get a cat. You get a cat in a lot of emotional stress. Oh god, I don't. So like, I watched the trailer. I'm like, oh, this is really cute. I wonder what the reason behind it is. And like, it gets up to the end of it. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, it's
the sad happens.
I like this game. I like this concept for this game. The only thing is the fact that it became a big popular game has kind of ruined my hopes of going into it blindly, of not knowing it's gonna get sad and then being able to be genuinely sadder because of it. Which I don't mind.
The sad was a part of the trailers, though.
Oh, was it? That was a publicly revealed thing.
It warns you. It warns you immediately. It's like, hey, this
sad game.
This is gonna hurt you bad. It's gonna hurt you bad. I would recommend it. It looks really cute.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I'm ready to cry live on stream.
Oh, you're gonna stream it?
I think I might stream it. I'm not emotionally ready to stream it, but I know it's gonna hurt me very hard.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I can't look. The gaming industry has taught me not to believe that there are cute games that are not anything other than cute games, unless it's Animal Crossing. But no cute game is allowed to exist without either being a horror game of some kind or being sad.
It's like, I imagine the game is bittersweet, kind of sad. Like,
yeah,
but
it's
like,
not like
you're
a
gonna think
sad.
it's gonna still be 100% cute though. Like, I would argue that we've had cute games that are just cute for the sake of cute. Like, Stardew Valley is cute for the sake of cute. I can't say anything wrong with Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley's awesome.
I don't know if I would describe Stardew Valley as cute. I really don't know if I would use that word. I mean, it's fitting a little bit, but like, I don't know. I get more of a overarching vibe of just mellow from it than cute. But, you know, I guess cute is fitting.
You know what? I'll bite. That sounds fine.
Yeah. I don't know.
I can accept that. That sounds good.
But yeah, game of the year. Things are happening. I'm glad Hades is here. You were going to say a thing, and then I cut you off because we needed to move on for a second. But
don't worry about it.
What were you thinking about Hades?
Oh, Hades is awesome that it's on the list for indie games. The music design's really good. It's by Supergiant, which we know Supergiant makes good games. And it's on for best direction and best indie, so whatever.
Yeah. And can we stop for just 1 second? And oh shoot, go ahead.
Sure.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No. Go. Shoot. Go.
I thought you were finishing your statement. My bad. But can we? As you were saying that, I realized I'm looking at this and I'm so proud of the fact that all of the nominees look vastly different from each other visually. It's very appealing.
That's been a huge problem for a lot of these big games, right? Is that I think it was like 2012 to 2016, all the top games just looked the same, and it seemed like they were afraid. Honestly, I would say that they were afraid of making some sort of really cool design, or like getting explicitly getting explicitly creative with it, because we're now, I feel like we're now slipping out of the realm of it has to be cool, right? It has to look this way for it to be cool, because now we have things like Fall Guys. We got Fall Guys and Carrion, and we've got Spelunky 2 was things in there. We're getting cartoony games, like Hello, what is it called? We're getting really cartoony games. I would argue that Hades is cartoony, but we definitely have Ori and the Will of the Wisps. We've got 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim, which is a more narrative focused game. Half-Life Alyx looks vastly different from Half-Life 2, as far as its aesthetics goes. I think, yeah, go.
I'll get into that later because I have a whole thing I want to say about Half-Life Alyx that I kind of dipped my toes in, but like we needed to move on and get more broad with it. But go ahead.
Oh yeah, so it's how that all goes. By the way, we can go ahead. I do want to talk a little bit of Half-Life Alyx. So while it isn't nominated for Game of the Year, it does have Best Game Direction.
I'm glad it's there because I feel like I get upset because I feel like Half-Life Alyx was VR's chance to not be the small sector of the gaming market, and I genuinely still believe if Half-Life Alyx were not a VR game, that it would have had a nomination spot on as Game of the Year at least. Like, even if it didn't win. But in the past, VR games had typically been relegated to best VR game, and that's it for the most part. And now they're starting to branch out a little bit, and Alyx is causing that, and I enjoy it.
I think the biggest thing, I honestly would argue that the biggest thing, the entire reason why that, the entire reason why we're looking at these games, right? These VR games are now, I would say, of the higher quality for them to not just be a toy, I guess, right? So they're being recognized as actual added additions to the media, I assume.
Because in the past, VR games have been like very gimmicky at the least, and at the most they've been very arcade style games. And now we're starting to push into a more narrative sector of VR gaming, and I feel like it's really going to start pumping off in the next few years with the way tech is advancing and stuff.
I am very excited for that. I'm very excited to see how tech continues to ramp up production value for these games.
Oh boy. Okay, so I'm still looking at the Game of the Year. Not at the Game of the Year list specifically, but just other categories. And Best Indie. Let's talk about Best Indie for a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, Spiritfarer is here. Okay. Didn't expect that. Okay.
I mean, it's 2000. It's a 2019 game. It's relatively new.
Yeah, it probably passed the threshold.
No, 2019, 2020. It was. I guess it's currently fully released in 2020. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Official release. Because like I know they do a cutoff in like November, like late November. Any game after that's a 2021 nominee, if at all. Huh. Among Us is nominated for Best Mobile Game. Nice.
It'll probably win that one too.
Strictly a mobile game. Yeah, it probably will. God, do you want to? Yeah.
You want to? Are we gonna talk about Among Us again?
No, we're not. Do you want to talk about Genshin Impact?
No.
Is this a thing you want to talk about?
Yes.
Okay.
Fuck. I guess we can.
Okay, you don't seem very enthused. I've been cursed. I want to get into this because I
haven't played it.
I haven't played it either. See, here's the thing. I haven't played it either, but I've been cursed. Okay. So last night.
Okay.
No. Yeah, no. Night before last. I get my nights mixed up because I spend.
I'm getting mixed messages here. What's going on?
Okay, yeah, 8 hours a night. VR chat recently has been my thing, which is why topic lists have been dominated by it recently, just because that's the only thing on my brain hole. But night before last, we were talking about Genshin Impact, and they were flipping between characters through avatars and showing me like this character does this and that and specializes in this. You should try this game, please. I enjoy it a lot. And I was talking to them and they're like, yeah, Klee's my favorite character. I'm only giving you a name because it's important. And then 2 seconds later, or not 2 seconds later, but like 2 seconds after I left the room at like 4 in the morning, I head to another room to say goodbye to a few people that I was talking to before. And I'm like, hey, good night, I'm leaving. And there's someone there in a Klee avatar. And I'm like, hey. And he's like, yeah, everybody likes Klee. And I'm like, damn it. So, since then, even while searching for topics, it was on the list of articles because it hit some record for a mobile game. But Jesus Christ, I cannot escape Genshin Impact. I'm not allowed to not hear about this game ever since then. I feel like I've been cursed, and I can't escape it.
All right, well, I might as well. You know what? I am now going to.
I mean, I'm gonna play it. Like, I'm gonna at least try it, because I know gacha games aren't really my thing, and it's kind of a gacha game, but not really, so maybe, I don't know. I'll give it an attempt, and I'll report back next week, but things that I will not report back on, because I'm reporting back on them right now. Elite Dangerous. We talked about Elite Dangerous last week. I wanna dip into Elite Dangerous a little bit. So yeah, I was gonna transition out of the Game Awards and over to Elite Dangerous if you want to do that.
You know what? Yeah, let's talk about Elite Dangerous.
Let's talk about Elite Dangerous. All right, I didn't know if you had something else while we were on the topic of Game Awards, but we can always loop back around if we need to. So, because of you specifically, I don't know, I can't remember. Did this happen in between episodes? I'm certain it did.
It definitely happened between episodes.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna say shit. You know what you did.
Yeah, because of you, I have gone from, Elite Dangerous isn't really a thing that I enjoy that much, and I'm not sure, I don't get it, and I'm not sure I ever will. Just because of the controls freaking me out a little bit and making me feel all intimidated. But I've gone from I don't get this game and I never will to I love this game and I spend every morning just kind of space trucking now. It's a good time.
Oh my god, here you go.
I wake up, I have breakfast, and while I'm eating, I'll just sit there and coast my way over to the next station. It's an amazing game. It's a lovely game. People keep inviting me. I have a lot of friends that are into Elite Dangerous, and I've been telling them I'm not going to get into it. And now that I am into it, they keep inviting me to come do combat missions with them. And I'm like, listen, I don't think you realize just how out of my depth I would be.
I don't think you understand.
I don't think you have a solid grasp on I know nothing outside of trading. It's a lovely game, though. I'm glad I can specialize in nothing but knowing how to trade and when to trade and what to trade, and doing that because that's helpful.
It hits different in different ways and in ways you didn't expect it to.
Yeah. But Elite Dangerous is a good game. If you don't own Elite Dangerous, go buy Elite Dangerous. This is the second week in a row we've told you this. Why haven't you done it yet? Go buy Elite Dangerous. Do it.
If you haven't sat down and gotten to Elite Dangerous yet, I will come to your house and I will kiss you on the lips.
Yeah, we'll do it. Both of us. It's gonna be gross.
Is it gonna be gross, or is it something you've been waiting for?
Yeah, you're right. Alright, you got me. Fair enough. But yeah, Elite Dangerous is a game, and I don't really have much to say outside of what I've already said. Really, I don't. Do you got anything you want to talk about with Elite Dangerous?
I'm tired. No, actually, I think Elite Dangerous is a lot of fun. I'm interested in things that a lot of people aren't interested in, such as like the background simulation. But I legitimately think it has something for everyone. So if you haven't picked up Elite Dangerous, eyeball it. Play in space. Play video games in space. You're gonna love it. Maybe you'll just be a space trucker. It doesn't matter. Just get into it. You'll love it.
Just do the things. Oh, and fines. I want to get into fines for a second. And how god-awful auto-launch and auto-docking can be at times. If you're not lined up with the frickin' if you don't have visual on the like opening of the station, do not auto-dock. Under no circumstances should you do that. It has never once worked for me. I don't know if it's just me, but like I don't know. Every time I do that, I'm like, yeah, I'll get in there, but then I'll have to get in and pay a fine.
good shit, honestly.
It's not a good time. And they make you feel like a real freaking criminal whenever you have a fine out on you. It's not a great time. In the sense that there are a bunch of red markers that weren't there before. But anyway, yeah.
Listen, sometimes it's not about the fine. Sometimes it's about the amount of fine.
Mm-hmm. How fine are you?
And a lot of people very fine. I'm so fine. No, I think that you'll learn how to deal with fines as time goes by. It's just something that happens. You're like, oh well, shoot, I bumped into somebody.
Yeah.
Eventually, you'll do some actual criminal stuff and get like a 46,000 credit fine, and you know, that happened to me once, and then I'm just like, no, we can go deeper.
And you continued down this criminal path. How could you?
I don't think I paid that fine off. Some poor station's still waiting for me to come over and cash a check.
The fact
it happens. Sometimes you ignore it.
The fact that it can advance to a bounty really makes me antsy about, yeah, I gotta pay this right now. I know it's not likely that it ever will, but I should probably pay that. Mostly because I'm only in the same 2 places ever.
What a silly thing to think about.
Yeah. What a silly little game Elite Dangerous can be.
The smart option is to not play it off. But forget it. It's not important. It's you learn criminal. You either become a criminal or pay or find something goody two shoes. And I don't think we cater to goody two shoes, Brett.
No, we don't. But I don't know. I'm having fun being a humble space trucker. Maybe I'll be a crime man one day. But like, I don't know. Now is not the time.
Maybe crime just isn't for you. Anyway.
You got anything on the topic list pop out to you?
So I recently bought Cyberpunk today, and I'm excited for the 9th.
Yeah.
Can we talk about they just showed off the God, what is it called? They showed off the photo feature not too long ago.
Yeah.
Which allows you to go ahead and do something and then strike a pose. And just strike a pose.
Oh boy.
And so people who don't know me or people who do know me know that I played Final Fantasy XIV. And Final Fantasy XIV was very good. It had a very interesting feature called G-Pose, which allows you to go ahead and strike a pose and do things and take photos and stuff like that. I didn't need another G-Pose. But here we are. And on top of that, we're looking at the potential. There is a potential that one day we're going to go ahead and see not only this beautiful G-Pose thing, but sometime in the future after this game releases, they have been talking about a standalone multiplayer game of Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh boy.
There's no details. But if you think I'm not going to JoJo pose in front of an exploding car with my friend, you're dumb. And I don't think we need to associate with one another again.
God, I can already tell. Now that you've introduced me to this, I can already tell that because of this feature, that will be what my Twitter timeline is for like the next week after the game releases. And you will likely be a contributing factor to that.
Listen. We live in a weird time where we can go ahead and do whatever we want online. And you know what? Sometimes that's just gonna be Cyberpunk 2077 for the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, Cyberpunk is coming out. Cyberpunk is out for some people. Early copies happened, apparently.
We're looking at the 9th and the 10th of November. So, like, mine's coming out on the 9th. And whatever happens after that, God bless.
Apparently, hold on, let me get this up.
I get all Thursday. I got all Thursday, which means you may or may not get me for next Thursday's episode. And I cannot promise jack or shit about it.
Okay, so copies
we'll
from Best Buy, specifically what I'm looking at here. I'm just looking at headlines because this happened like today, and I missed out on it and didn't get a chance to research it before the episode. Because of shipping happening earlier than it should have, people are receiving early copies of the game. Like, drastically early. Like, within, like, 3 or 4 days of release. It's insane.
That is quite a bit.
Yeah, that's a substantial. And CD Projekt Red put out a notice saying, "Hey, don't be a dick. Don't stream the game until it's out, please." And you know someone's gonna do it anyway. Somebody's definitely gonna do that anyway.
I'm waiting for someone to get banned. I'm so excited about it.
God, imagine getting Twitch banned because you couldn't wait 2 days to stream Cyberpunk. You could still play it early.
It happened to a lot of people when ESO came out. It's just like, don't stream it. Don't stream the beta. And I got bad news.
Yeah.
That's what people fucking did.
Oh, God. People would just do that? You'd think if you said don't do something on the internet would listen. You might imagine. No, that could never be the case. Alright, so Cyberpunk is almost here. I'm not that hyped for Cyberpunk. I like the idea of Cyberpunk, but I don't feel like in concept it's good. In my head it's good. I just don't know if I'll enjoy the final product as much as I hope I do. So I'm gonna buy it, I'm gonna try it, and if I don't like it in 3 hours, I can always return it. It's fine. But I feel very alone because I may be the one man on Earth who's not overwhelmingly excited for Cyberpunk.
I don't know about that, man. I mean, I wasn't excited for Cyberpunk until about 3 days ago. But that's because we got into my tabletop party got into a Cyberpunk Red game. And now we're playing Cyberpunk Red, and that's been fun. And so it's unfortunately, or fortunately, put me in the mood.
Oh. The mood
we'll see how that goes. I've got
boy.
I hope that it's good. God, I hope it's good.
Really? You're gonna
be
you bought the game, and you hope the game that you bought is gonna be good?
Listen, motherfucker.
Strange.
Listen. Listen. Here, hold up. Listen. I bought Rust when it was in early access.
Oh, God.
Do you think I know what a good game is? Do you think I know anything?
I'm not sure. Okay. Well, at least you didn't buy the... I'm not any better. I bought the DayZ standalone years after everyone already knew the DayZ standalone was bad.
Don't worry, I also own DayZ.
Oh, I know.
Hey, do you want to play DayZ later?
We should play DayZ. Hit me up. God. What sort of sinner would I be if I went back to DayZ this year?
You'd be my kind of sinner.
Oh. Well,
you sound so disappointed.
Oh no, I was sipping my water while I said that, but Jesus. Okay, this is what a slow news week looks like on the Controller Slot B podcast, people. Jesus Christ. Not a whole lot this week. We do have 2 more topics though that we can hop into. So we've got Sandbox. It's happening. It's coming. It's on the way.
Yeah. I'm interested in Sandbox and seeing what it does, but we'll have to see how it goes.
So, as of a month ago, from the time of this blog post from the man himself, Gary Newman, he posted that, a month ago, as everyone knows from the show, I think I mentioned it when the other blog post was put out, there was some basic UI stuff set up. Now, you can hot load models in there, and they're working on their own model creation and animation systems for the game, where you can just, instead of having to use tools like Crowbar and shit, God, I know nothing about Hammer and stuff like that. You know, it's 2012 again. Whatever. Let's make a TF2 map. But
All right, let's do it.
yeah, instead of having to use external tools as much, now you can do most of that stuff within the game itself. Isn't that amazing? What a unique
excited.
little thing.
I'm excited to see what people do with that. A lot of my friends are modelers, like they make models, right?
God.
And so to see how that goes and what they do, perfect. I'm very excited to see what they do, and they don't have to fuck around with anything.
Mm-hmm. So, a few weeks ago, I mentioned custom VR chat avatars, and I know you were talking about if you got into it, getting one. And I've got a buddy who was like, I was mentioning that, hey, I might have something custom done eventually. And they make avatars, so they were like, hey, maybe you should commission me. And I'm like, yeah, maybe I should. And they're like, I'll give you a discount. And I'm like, yeah, alright, I'll take that.
Oh, no.
What the hell am I gonna get commissioned? I just realized that, hey, I said I would commission them, and I'm gonna commission them, but I do not know what I want. Whatever it is, I want it to have big, fluffy ears.
Okay, alright, so here we go. Alright, listen up, everyone.
I'm not a furry, I just like the idea of big, doofy ears.
Get your phones. I want you to get on twitter.com, and I want you to add Vox. We are going to go. I want everyone to go ahead and choose and play everyone's favorite game. Choose that persona.
Oh no!
Animal species, and we're gonna choose Voxel's persona.
You know what? Whatever. Let's do it. I'm down.
Yeah, Vox has a persona now.
All right. Yeah.
If nothing happens, right? I'm putting forward Possum, but we'll have to see how things go.
That was the thing last week. Okay, so Heat Zone, friend of the show, and also member of the Team Pixel Sunset community. Yeah, they hang out in VR chat with me a lot, and a lot of their friends are furries, so they surround me. Right, I'm consumed by furries for the most part, early in the night, and it's not a fun time the way I just said it. It's a great time, but it doesn't sound very fun the way I just said it. But I was talking to this one dude, right? And I don't want to give names, but he was talking to me, and he goes, and I go, yeah, everyone around me is a furry. It came up, and I'm like, they're like, you should be a furry, and I'm like, yeah, all my friends are furries for the most part. I'm not, because I don't know why. And he goes, well, you have some of the traits, and I'm like, what do you mean? What is that supposed to mean? What is that supposed to mean?
I like the idea of the traits being like some sort of like, well, you got some symptoms, dude.
What do you got, a checklist?
well, I the more that
I diagnose you with furry.
Avatar with big fucking fuzzy ears. So like,
dude,
like,
it's gonna be hilarious looking. It's not even a furry thing. It's just for comedic effect.
I'm just putting this tail on because it's funny. Yay!
I'm just having a fursuit commissioned. It's all a gag. Don't worry about it.
It's all a gag. It's all comedy.
It's $4 million. Go for it. Hell yeah.
Hey, listen. Don't worry about it. Check this out. I'm a possum. It's funny, ain't it? It's just you get it. It's a gag. It's a goof. It's a gabber.
It's hilarious.
Check this out.
But I don't know what they mean. Every time I think about it, right? Every time I think about the phrase, you have some of the traits. I don't... It's like a diagnosis. I like to imagine you go into like a clinic and they're like, I have some bad news. You might be a furry.
I got bad news, kid.
I've got some bad news.
It's like, and it's like, how bad is it, doc? And he looks up to you at his clipboard and kind of like his the glare on his glasses obscure his vision. He says, "Got that? You're a husky," and you just break down crying.
Jesus Christ!
Because you know that's low tier. Oh no!
How long do I have to live? Well, it depends on how well you take the news I'm about to give you. Oh man!
Is it life threat? Really?
Oh.
How sad are you gonna get?
I'm gonna get mega sad. Don't worry about it. Like at this point, I'm not a furry, but it's only a matter of time until I just succumb. Like I don't.
It's over. I'm sorry.
Oh god. Oh god. The route my life has taken.
God.
What have I become?
I'm gonna make a poll.
Don't make a poll. Jesus Christ. You know what the worst part is? You know what the worst part is, dear listener? I'm sure Rat knows this, but we're doing this Thursday night. That means I'm gonna get off of here and I'm gonna have a nice evening, and then I'm gonna wake up tomorrow at 1 p.m. like the scum I am to a bunch of Twitter notifications and now a poll.
I got a bunch of Twitter notifications when this comes out. I'm so sorry. Guess what? I'm not.
God. What a sinner. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, Sandbox. I like the idea that you can hot load things into the game. Just nice and fresh right there in the game. You don't have to I do a little bit of modding myself for certain games because I said I wouldn't talk about VR chat this week and it's already fallen through. Don't worry about it. But I do a little bit of modding, and I know how annoying it can be to build a thing and then have to load up the game. And then oh well, small thing is broken that'll take me longer to re-export than it will to fix the thing. So now I'm glad that has been considered, and there's gonna be less of having to re-import things a million times until it's just right, just perfect.
We're getting deep in. We're deep in now. We're two fists elbow deep into this topic.
Oh, don't say it like that. We can't transition away from furry talk with 2 fists in, dude.
Deep. Hey, can we talk about something that's 2 fists deep?
Sure, we can. Go ahead.
Hey, Wand of Gamelon.
Oh boy, we're going here now. Okay. God, what a fucking crazy train. So, Wand of Gamelon and the other one, whose name escapes me at the moment. Are there 3 Zelda CDI games, or are there just 2? I forget.
I think there was 3 planned, but 2 came out.
That's right. Yeah. Well, Wand of Gamelon just got a fan remake, and I learned 2 things when I found that out. A, Wand of Gamelon has fans, apparently. And B, it's been remade.
So I'm lying. There's Zelda's Adventure was the 4th one.
Solid. Yeah, it was Zelda's Adventure, Wand of Gamelon, and then 3rd unreleased one, right?
You got it.
Yeah. Alright, but...
No, wait, stop. There's been 3 Zelda games. It was Faces of Evil,
there's been 3.
Gamelon,
Faces of Evil!
Adventure.
How could I forget Faces of Evil? God damn!
Faces of Evil, god damn it!
That's like the best one!
Is Link the Faces of Evil canon? No.
It should be.
Oh,
I'm willing to argue that it should be.
So,
just because I think it would wreak havoc.
Would wreak havoc, though. You could argue that they are, but they're not, unfortunately. And Nintendo refuses to recognize them as canon.
Nintendo refuses to acknowledge them, period. Like, at all, ever.
I don't think they were necessarily bad games.
I think they were bad games. I think they were bad, like, it's not that they're horrible games. Because they're not great games. They're not even good games, I would say. But... It's the animation, the gameplay, the cuts, everything about them just exudes big knockoff energy. And you know no one who had worked on a previous Zelda game was at all involved with this project.
Probably not. But I gotta some of the fucking voice actors did their best.
God, it burns. You know, you gotta hit them every now and again.
Like some of those like the thing is that I think one thing that I'm gonna definitely say about the voice acting in the CDI games is that none of the voice actors phoned it in. Like it was just doesn't do this sort of thing. No, they cared. They seemed to very much care, and I really liked Morshu. Morshu.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Type in Morshu into Google. Put Morshu into Google and look at the Google sidebar for Morshu real quick. I'm sorry to cut you off. This is far too important, though.
Ooh, it's yours, my friend. That has songs?
He is listed as a musical artist, mostly because of YTPMV.
My jaw just fucking jaw.
God, the fact that it exists isn't a problem. It's more so the fact that Google officially recognizes it.
Oh my god, I actually didn't see that. He is a musical artist.
Yeah, on the right.
Oh my god. I'm being torn fucking apart.
Well, you know, in years past, when people ask me who my favorite musical artist is, I haven't had a particular answer. But now I think I do. He has a Twitter? There's an official Twitter? Well, at least it's Google recognized anyway. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. Is it all just Morshu quotes? Oh, the account was deactivated in 2014. Like, the tweets still exist, but it's not under use anymore. That's insane. Good for him. I wonder what he's doing now.
I don't think we'll know.
Yeah. But, I don't know. The fact that he's a musical artist caught me off guard. I don't know why that
quietly
needs to
sweating
be.
up here.
Yeah, this episode has gone down some wild paths. It's like it was like 20 minutes before I had to cut it because of connection issues, and yeah, we've hit 45 minutes now, and I didn't even think we'd hit 30 because of the topic list. Amazing.
Well, congratulations, everyone.
But yeah,
this is a real episode.
It's a whole ass episode. God, I wanna see the look on someone's face. They open the episode, and at the top of the show, we're talking about, we don't have many topics this week. It's probably gonna be pretty empty. And then here we are, 2 hours later. No, but yeah, Zelda CDI.
Zelda CDI.
It's been remade. It exists.
It's out there. You can play it.
You could have played it anyway, but now you can play it again without having to buy a very expensive Night Trap machine.
Oh my god, Night Trap was on that, wasn't it?
Yeah, Night Trap was on that. It was on the CDI, wasn't it? Or was it on the 3DO?
Yeah, no, it was on the CDI, and I think it was on a bunch of other systems too.
Yeah, Night Trap was on PlayStation as well, if I remember right.
That's such a weird thing to run into.
God. Yeah, so Night Trap 25th Anniversary Edition on the PlayStation 4. What the hell? I don't even...
Some people like Night Trap. Whatever.
Whatever. Let them like Night Trap. Let them have Night Trap. I don't mind. Nobody's gonna stop you. Go enjoy Night Trap. Cringe culture is dead. You can like Night Trap now.
Go play Night Trap. It's fine.
Yeah.
Like, forget it. Play Night Trap.
Yeah, I'm gonna break into your home and force you to play Night Trap. It's on PS4. You have no excuse. Go play it. Is it on Steam? Did they put it out on Steam too? I wonder. Night Trap is on Steam. Go play it. It exists. If you have a computerized machine, you can likely play Night Trap right now if you wanted.
It doesn't. You can't make up excuses anymore, Philip. You can't say that you can't play Night Trap. It's on Steam now.
Yeah. It's on Steam for an illustrious $15. You can have Night Trap. 25th Anniversary Edition.
Oh God! Like, don't, no.
I'm gifting you Night Trap on Steam right now as we speak.
No. No, don't.
Oh boy. God, maybe that's what Christmas is this year. I've been having a hard time Christmas shopping. I'm just gonna gift everyone a copy of Night Trap and call it done.
Yeah, I think one year didn't you send out like 1,000 Oculus Quests or something like that?
God, I did buy like 3 of them.
That's a fucking lot.
Yeah, but then again, I was putting money aside because I knew I was gonna do that in like March. So, Like I just waited a year and held off and just saved money, and then now it's all Oculus Quest all of the time.
No.
The
I'm
pure
excited to get the
insanity.
Oculus Quest too. I think.
You should. You
But we'll
should
get
do
into it.
that. That's a thing you should do.
Oh. Well, I think that it. That sold it. We did it.
Yep, that's the episode. You ready to wrap this thing up?
Yep, I think it's time for another awkward ending.
Oh, is it? I had no idea.
What do you want from me?